in a general sense as well. So there is an entire chapter on what is addiction, because addiction doesn't just come in the form of drugs. There's, addiction to shopping, gambling, food, basically anything you can think of, right? You can become addicted to it.
Right.
So
Basically, anything that you can't possibly live without, that
yeah,
you can't break off for a period of time without it drawing you back in, is how I would
exactly.
define that.
Yeah, which is a great way to do that. And so there's a whole chapter in there that I actually take what the DSM-5, which is the diagnostical criteria for mental health, I put in there what addiction is according to that, and then explain risk factors. So when I was saying a lot of research, I really did a lot of research. I wanted people to understand that, yes, this person has an addiction and it sucks real bad for them, for the family, for everyone in their life. Um, but then I wanted people to also know that it is not a choice. They don't wake up and go, now it'd be great if I lost everyone who ever cared about me and I was super high all the time. I think that would make my life great. That's not the way it works. There are so many other factors that happen, just like any other kind of illness. You don't wake up and go, I always use this example because my husband's diabetic. It'd be great if my pancreas stopped working. I had to use insulin every day. That is definitely not what happened. He does not like having to use insulin. Worst diabetic ever. And so I wanted that message to come across in the book as well, is that they are people, but they have an illness. And so the risk factors are in there. And so I go through, I explain those. And then again, a lot of forgiveness stuff and coping strategies. And the coping strategies, yes, they were things I used when he had died, but they are things that you can use while they are alive. Because I lost my brother 20 years before I lost my brother. And that's one of the hardest things to sort of reconcile, is because now that he's gone, there is never a chance of something else. There's never a chance of getting back to what we were 20 years ago. And so in that book, there is, like I said, the coping strategies at the end that are very much expanded from edition one. I wanted to spend a lot more time on those because it is so important to understand that these coping strategies are things that you can use long before the person is dead, when they are still going through it and you have to make that separation. You have to deal with that separation because they're your family. They're maybe your best friend. They're maybe your kid. Like you have to figure out what's going to keep you going while knowing that there's not a heck of a lot you can do for them because they need other help.
Right. Well, and it's always been said, until they themselves realize that they need the help and want to make the change,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing you can do other than be supportive of that change.
Right? Exactly. And something, because on my podcast, The Write or Die Show, go check it out. Write like you're writing something. So on The Write or Die Show, you can listen to it anywhere and watch it on YouTube. I interview other writers. We talk about mental health. That's what the show is. It's all about mental health. So I've talked to a ton of people who have been through addiction. So they're on more the recovery side by the time they come on my show.